Let me bring in the most popular man in the world of mixed martial arts this week, and that's not hyperbole. I am talking about UFC Middleweight Joaquin Buckley with the knockout heard round the world this past weekend in Abu Dhabi. Joaquin, congratulations on what is, the biggest moment of your MMA career to date. But it's got to be weird, man. You get a win here. You get a spectacular moment, but
Right.
you literally went from a guy to the guy sort of overnight from one moment. How are you taking this all in?
It's hard right now, man. I'm taking it one moment at a time with everything that's going on, you know what I mean? With, so many people liking it, sharing it, commenting, and, saying it's the #1 knockout, in MMA history and stuff like that, man. It's overwhelming, I'm not gonna lie, but, I'm just enjoying the whole moment as we
Yeah,
speak.
absolutely. I mean, like it's got to be wild. It's got to be something you always wanted to have happen to your career. Let's get right into it. You said it. I mean, it's the knockout of the year of our lifetime. I mean, it's in that discussion of the best we've ever seen in this sport's great and young history. Talk me through it. You're already in an absolute war against Ipa Kasangane. The fight itself, by the way, I hope does not get overshadowed as we look back on it because of that
Right.
one great moment. It
No.
was
Yeah, man. I want people to watch the whole fight, man. The whole fight was a banger. You know what I mean?
it was
Along with Emperor,
banger.
man. That's why I told people it's fight of the night as well. Because I was taking some bad exchanges as well, man. I'm like, yeah, damn, this boy know how to hit. You know what I mean? So yeah, I really hope they don't overshadow the whole fight because it was a beautiful fight by Emperor. But the knockout was definitely designed, to happen just the way it happened.
Well, look, it's a back and forth fight. I thought either of you guys looked like you stole the momentum a couple times. I was already getting tweets and messages from people going, "This fight's heating up. This is it. This is a fun fight." And then you take it to a whole new level. So, how much had that move ever been something you practiced? Ever been something you thought of doing before in a moment like that?
I practice it 1,000 times on a heavy bag just for fun. You know what I mean? Just because I like the technique so much. I'm able to generate so much power from my lead leg kick, you know what I mean? And it's just fun to see myself put a dent in the bag, you know what I mean? So I used to always just train that technique just for the fun of it, but I never thought ever that I would actually use this technique in an actual fight. But when Emperor grabbed my foot like 2 times, you know what I mean, and he had spun me around and I seen the opportunity to do it, I said the third time's the charm. If he does it, I'm gonna try it. And we paying for it now. So it's awesome.
You could not have hit that KO. I mean, this is why we're talking about this KO on such historic levels. You could not have hit it as perfect as you did with the heel of your foot. He catches your leg, you spin, you connect. It's out cold, fight over.
Right. It's like the
Those
lottery of knockouts.
Yeah, and I'd have to believe those split seconds as that's unfolding probably feel like it took a lot longer. What can you even remember about being in that moment? And did you know you had him right when you hit that?
So like I said, it was already set up from the beginning when he had grabbed my foot the first times off the kick. I wasn't setting up, to do the spin kick, but I just said, the opportunity will be there if he does it again. So when I kicked for that third time and he caught my kick for that third time, whatever, and he swung me around, I realized that, here's the chance, here's the opportunity, and I took it, and when I looked over, I seen him behind me. I had just threw that mule kick right up to his chin, and, it was game over. But I didn't know it was game over until I turned all the way around, and I seen that his body went locked, and he fell down to the ground.
So look, you know it better than I do. Fighting in an empty arena, it's a different experience. But I think I heard more noise inside the COVID bubble there after your knockout.
Tell me about it, man. You would thought 1,000 people was in there.
It sounded like a full arena for a second. That is one of the ultimate sort of oh shit moments, I think, in combat sports and beyond. We saw the emotion that you had afterwards. We saw the emotion that Dana White had afterwards. When you turn around and see that the fight's over, do you have any idea of what the next minute, hour, 24 hours, 3 days are going to be like for you?
No, not at all, man. I'm just stuck in the moment. You know what I mean? I wanted to, prove a lot of people wrong, which I did in that moment. And I was just so hyped, you know what I mean? And, I was just telling, keep sleeping on me. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling everybody, like, just keep sleeping on me. And you're going to see what's going to happen. And so I was just stuck in a moment at the time. But I wasn't able to see how everything was, evolving and exploding until I was able to go back into the hotel, and I seen on my phone what was, with everything that was happening and how it was going viral, and how everybody was sharing it. I was like, man, this thing going crazy right now. And then now that we're speaking today, like, Kanye posted about it. Like, come on now,
Woo.
like it's just going crazy right now.
Well, I was going to ask you, and I love asking people who get a big win and it lifts them up to a new level of not just belief in yourself, but of, celebrity and being recognized. When you go back to your cell phone after that knockout happens, you already got Dana giving you a big bonus. I'm sure everybody's high-fiving you. Was there any surprises in terms of DMs, texts, calls that you saw?
It was a lot of the memes was a lot of surprise. Hilarious, some of them, some of them just devastating. I'm like, man, y'all foul, you know what I mean? Because Emperor's such a good guy, you know what I'm saying? But the messages in the DMs, I didn't check until later. So like today I had checked the messages, whatever, and I got a lot of cool messages. The walkout song that I walked out to called Walla Kilmer, you know what I'm saying? It's like, be quiet, you know what I'm saying? It's a song made by a guy named Freak, and he DM'd me, you know what I'm saying? He was just being thankful that I played the song, and I was thanking him that he made the song because, like, I really felt that song at the time, you know what I mean? I was just like, I'm going to just be quiet, and I'm just going to let my actions speak for themselves, And who else? A lot of the guys that shared the KO, you know what I mean? Like Zhang Wei Li, Israel Adesanya, you know what I mean? Yet again, Kanye West, so, I'm just blessed, man, at this point.
All right, here's an interesting question. What do you do with this moment? Because you're looking as a fighter when you're climbing the ranks to certainly get noticed by the UFC within your division, get big opportunities.
Right.
You also want to get a presence on social media, become,
Right.
Hopefully a crossover name. You've been given this gift, or let's say not given. You created this gift for yourself of notoriety. How do you use this to your advantage?
I don't know. Be honest with you, I don't use it. Like, everything is coming to me now. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's, like, I just have to capitalize by, like, taking another fight. You know what I mean? Besides that, everybody's coming to me. Everybody's, giving me, welcoming arms, like, to come to their gym, you know what I mean? To fight with their top fighters, you know what I'm saying, from their gym. And, I'm sure I'm going to have some guys that's targeting me now, which is I'm perfectly fine with, because, like, now I ain't got to come for nobody. You know what I mean? They just come to me. So it's perfect. It's perfect.
We've seen you in the past. You fought in Bellator, you fought in LFA, you've had a couple UFC fights now. Is there a turning point in any part of that journey for you, even before this big highlight, where your belief in yourself went, doubled overnight when you sort of said, I really can do this. I can live out all my dreams?
I mean, it definitely happened, after the Kevin Holland fight, you know what I'm saying? When I took that loss. I really proved to myself that, I belonged on that stage. You know what I mean? I was going out there and I fought a great fight. You know what I mean? It didn't go my way, but it just proved to me that, like, we belong here. You know what I mean? And so my confidence never went anywhere. I was never broken in any type of fashion. You know what I mean? And I went out there, with Emperor, and I just showed the world. I just showed the whole world.
I mean, sometimes
literally,
when you're clearly, when you're a part of a big moment like that, you can get linked, whether you're in an all-time great brawl or look, when people say Terry Edom, I mean, they're going to think Barbosa's spinning kick. It is what it is. You already said you got plenty of respect for Kasangane. Do you think you guys will meet again in the cage from this moment?
He's a real competitor, and I'm sure he's going to win that fight back. I would love to run it back with him, you know what I mean, as any competitor would want to, you know what I mean, like me with Kevin Holland. We got to see each other again, you know what I mean, but there's always going to be build up behind it, you know what I mean, and we all just, just going to take the time to build up our names even more to make it more at stake, you know what I mean, to have more at stake at that fight, because a lot of people not calling my knockout one of the best knockouts only because nothing was involved with it, you know what I mean? There was no title fight. It was not a main event or whatever, you know what I mean? So with that being said, though, I want to build up the rankings, you know what I mean? I want to be on the biggest stage. I want the stakes to be a little bigger next time if I fight either one of them.
Well, what your knockout did have was creativity. It had violence. It had sudden impact. Everyone, like you said, is saying, well, I think that's the second greatest, or I don't think it's up there with, name Masvidal, Askren, Rousey, Holm. Right. You can go on and on with some classic ones.
And I respect their opinion with it. You know what I mean?
So I want to ask your opinion. That's what I want to hear is your opinion. What's the greatest knockout in MMA history now?
What is it now? I mean, my favorite, and I keep saying is the Dan Henderson knockout. You know what I mean? It might not be flashy, but it's the most devastating knockout that I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Knocking a man out the way he did with Michael Bisping, and then finishing him like he did, because it wasn't necessary what Dan Henderson did when he came down with that hammer fist at the end. But you got plenty of them, man. You got the Edson Barboza knockout. You got Yair Rodriguez. You got the Francis Ngannou. Like, you got plenty of knockouts out there that, will always rival each other. And everybody's going to have their own opinion about it, So, but I know for sure that my name is definitely going to be in the mix now. And that's the beautiful
Well, I'm
part.
thinking
no
about
matter where you place it.
Yeah, and what the UFC does a great job of, as I'm sure you know, before the start of, I guess, the pay-per-view portion of the card in the arena, you got the video package playing. They play that Who song, Baba O'Reilly. You see the greatest moments in UFC. I got to think this knockout's going to be right in the middle of that now.
It's going to be right there, for sure. It's going to be right there.
All right, we saw your on-camera back and forth with Dana. I was touched by it to see the emotion from you, to see how excited he was. What has been the overall reaction internally, your fellow fighters, UFC brass, to this happening?
It's been, like I said, man, it's been overwhelming, to be honest with you, because like just seeing all the fighters that just commented on it, like the big name fighters, A-list fighters, you know what I mean? Comment on it when they didn't even know my name at the time when they seen it, you know what I mean? Still to be like, hey, get that kid 50,000, or get that kid 100,000, whatever. And for Dana White to approach me the way he did, man, I still get goosebumps when I talk about it, because it's just unbelievable, man. It's just something that I always inspired to, speak to Dana. You know what I mean? Like I say, all right. I remember a person asked me, does it still feel real to be in the UFC? You know what I mean? And I told somebody, it's not going to feel real until Dana White says my name. And he did that, if you don't know, now you know what I'm saying? Thing about me with Kevin Holland and me, obviously. And when he said my name, that's when it felt real that I was in the UFC, when Dana White spoke my name for the first time, because that's what a lot of fighters want, just that recognition, you know what I mean, from the boss.
I've seen something like this happen before when, let's say you got a young NBA player who's got big aspirations, in their career, but they go out and they win a slam dunk contest. Now they're the slam dunk guy. They want to get out of that. They want to be a well-rounded player. They want to be known as a champion. You're going to be the spinning kick guy for a while. Do you embrace that? Are you going to feel the pressure thinking that people are going to expect stuff like this all the time?
No added pressure for me, man. I'm the type of fighter to go out there and just deliver a great performance, and that's it. This actually is not the first time one of my moments have went viral. You know what I mean? My slam against De Jesus, back in Bellator, was also on SportsCenter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That
so,
was you. Yeah.
And I'm not the slam guy. You know what I mean? So I'm always gonna have a new bag of tricks, you know what I mean, on me. It's just I gotta have somebody to dance with me that's willing to, compete as well, and not run away.
I want to close with this. If we didn't know the name Joaquin Buckley, we know him now, but interviews like this, we're getting to know the man, not just the highlights, as we mentioned. Right. What are you hoping the MMA community, the fans, can learn about you moving forward now that you've gotten this close up?
To learn about me, I don't know, man. To be honest with you, I'm not a special guy in any type of manner, man. I'm just a dude that just chased his dream at a very young age. I'm finally seeing it come true, But before we end, I actually got my uncle right here. Come over here real quick, man.
Yeah, let's get uncle involved.
I know, yeah, I know. All right. So yeah, this is my Uncle Charles right here. He's also
Uncle Charles in the house. Love it.
Right, pro boxer back in the day. Definitely taught me a lot with my hands. But he told me after that Kevin Holland fight, he said, "Man, use your feet, right? You know what I'm saying?" He's like, "Use your feet. I ain't see you use your feet with Kevin Holland. I need you to use your feet in this next fight." Guess what I did? And now I'm all over the world just because this man told me to use my toes. You know what I'm saying?
I love getting Uncle Charles mug on here. I gotta ask the man. Did he teach you the kick? I mean, he's a guy with his hands. Did he teach you the kick?
Did he teach me the kick? No, he didn't teach me the kick, but I had him. I had him.
There it is. Joaquin Buckley, Uncle Charles in the house. Congratulations, man, on getting this, adulation and fanfare. And I hope it leads to bigger fights, more opportunities. You had a great fight, as we mentioned there, with Kasangane. I want to see part 2. You guys were going at it, man. I love it.
And don't want to see the Kevin Holland too?
I'd see that again.
We're going to have that too as well. But I got to get Kevin Holland as well too, man. That's going to be
Thanks so much.
Yes, sir.
Best of luck, man.
Thank you.
TV taught me how to dream. It was a life jacket. I don't think you can be an artist and not touch people.